God says, "Congratulations, beloved soul, for you have reached the moment that heaven has been preparing for you all along." Archangel Michael stands before you right now, his sword of light glowing with a divine urgency. He says your red alert has arrived, and no force on earth can stop what heaven has already set into motion for you. This is not an ordinary message, and it is not by chance that your eyes are reading these words at this exact second. You were divinely guided here. Heaven has been calling your name in the silence, whispering in your heart, sending you signs that you have often ignored, but now, the time for ignoring has ended. The time for awakening has begun. The angels have been restless all night. Michael's wings trembled in divine anticipation, because the command from the throne of God was clear: deliver the message to you now. It is written in the sacred archives that today your destiny begins to unlock in a way you could never have imagined. God has watched your tears, your prayers whispered in the dark, your quiet surrender when no one was there to see your pain, and He says, "Enough. My child has waited long enough." The suffering will turn to strength, and the hidden blessings will rise. Archangel Michael says he had to fight to reach you. Every negative force that tried to block your peace, every jealous spirit that whispered doubt into your heart, every energy that surrounded you with confusion, they all tried to silence this message. But they failed. Because heaven doesn't lose. When God decides that you are to rise, no earthly or demonic power can stop that rise. You were chosen for this moment before you even took your first breath. And now, heaven is sounding the alarm not to scare you, but to awaken you. Your red alert means divine movement. It means the stagnation is breaking. It means the people who pretended to love you while secretly wishing for your fall are about to be exposed. It means the miracle you prayed for but gave up on is already in your field, moving toward you faster than time can calculate. But heaven warns you, if you ignore this call, if you treat it as coincidence, if you delay what God is urgently asking you to do, the blessings meant to flood your life may pass you by. Michael says this is not punishment, it is the law of divine timing. When heaven opens the door, you must walk through it immediately. Do not be afraid. Do not think of this as a warning meant to cause fear. It is a holy notification, a spiritual siren meant to wake your soul from sleep. God is reminding you who you are, His beloved creation, His chosen vessel, the light in a world that has tried to dim you over and over again. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment was heaven's way of removing false connections and false energies from your path. The things that broke you were not meant to destroy you, they were meant to shape you into someone who could hold the magnitude of blessing that is now being released. Right now, Michael kneels beside you. His eyes are filled with compassion. He says, "Beloved, I begged heaven for permission to deliver this message personally, because I could not bear to see you cry one more night thinking you were forgotten. You were never forgotten. Every time you felt abandoned, heaven was building strength in silence. Every time you were rejected, heaven was redirecting you. And now, Michael says, your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your face is being remembered by people who hold keys to your next opportunity. Your energy is shifting to attract divine favor. God says, congratulations, because what was delayed is no longer denied. The storm that surrounded your life was not meant to drown you, it was meant to reveal that you could walk on water. You have proven your faith through your endurance, and heaven cannot overlook that anymore. God has seen the nights when you smiled for others while crying alone. He has seen your kindness to those who hurt you. And He says, now I will show them who my child truly is. Every closed door will open not by human power, but by divine decree. Michael says he stood guard when the enemy came close. You were surrounded by energies that wanted to break your spirit, by people who envied your light. Some of them smiled to your face but spoke curses behind your back. They watched, hoping you would fail. But heaven reversed every curse, turned every word of hate into fuel for your rise. Every plan formed against you is already collapsing, because the red alert means heaven has intervened. Angels have been dispatched to clear your path. Every lie spoken about you will now expose the speaker. Every betrayal will lead to a revelation that sets you free. God says you are stepping into a phase of sudden miracles. Sudden restoration. Sudden favor. Things that once took years will happen in days. But you must stay aligned. Do not return to people who drained your peace. Do not explain yourself to those who choose not to understand you. This is your divine season of silence, where God will speak for you through results. Your light will prove everything that your words couldn't. Michael says you must pray tonight. Not a prayer of fear, but a prayer of agreement. Say, God, I am ready for my divine timing. I receive what you have prepared for me. The angels will respond instantly. You may feel warmth around you, a sudden peace, or even tears flowing. Those are signs of divine confirmation. Heaven has waited for your yes. Once you give it, the chain reaction begins. Archangel Michael says something powerful. Tell them that their angel is not allowing them to skip this message at any cost. Because your spiritual team knows how close you are to a breakthrough. They know the next 72 hours carry divine significance. A change, a message, a revelation, something is aligning behind the veil. If you turn away from this message, you might delay the moment heaven has timed for you. But if you open your heart fully, surrender your fear, and trust that this message was meant for you, then you will step into the divine synchronization where miracles appear like magnets around you. The red alert doesn't mean danger, it means divine activation. It means heaven has switched your status from waiting to receiving. It means the battles you've been fighting are being handled by angels right now. You are not supposed to keep fighting alone. God is saying, stand still and see what I will do. Every area where you felt loss will become a testimony. Every mistake will turn into mercy. Every delay will become divine design. Do not underestimate how important this moment is. The spiritual realm is alive with motion around your name. Archangel Michael has been whispering to other angels, preparing your new chapter. He says, the promise given to them cannot be postponed any longer. The book of your destiny is being rewritten in light. The darkness that clouded your judgment, the guilt that held you hostage, the fear that made you feel unworthy, it is being erased now. You are forgiven, redeemed, and repositioned. Michael says there is a document in heaven that bears your name, and beside it, in gold letters, the word completed is written. The process you thought was endless has reached divine closure. The pain that once consumed you has fulfilled its purpose. God is declaring a new identity over you. From today, you will carry peace like a crown and favor like a cloak. Beloved, heaven is celebrating your courage. Every angel who ever watched over you rejoices now, because you didn't give up. You didn't let bitterness take over. You still believed in goodness despite all that was taken from you. That is why this message says, congratulations. It's not just a word, it's a heavenly proclamation. You have graduated spiritually. God says to you directly, my child, I know how tired you've been. I know how many times you smiled while breaking inside. I saw when people misjudged you. I counted every tear, and not one was wasted. I will restore double for your pain. I will make those who doubted you see what I saw in you all along. You are not behind schedule. You are right on divine time. Right now, Michael is standing with his wings expanded, forming a circle of protection around you. He says that every energy that once caused you anxiety is being removed. You may notice people suddenly exiting your life. Let them go. Heaven is rearranging your surroundings so that peace can live there again. The ones meant for you will stay. The ones who cannot align with your frequency will fade quietly. Trust the shift. God says, do not fear the loss, for what is coming will make you understand why the past had to fall apart. The path is clearing. The resources you need will appear without struggle. You will not chase, you will attract. You will not beg, you will receive. You will not be overlooked again. Heaven has signed your visibility decree, your light will be seen. Michael says there's one more thing you must understand. When heaven promotes you, not everyone will celebrate. Some will reveal their true colors. Don't be surprised. Don't fight them. Let God handle them. The red alert is not about enemies, it's about focus. Focus on your calling, your peace, your growth. When you walk in purpose, everything that doesn't serve your soul will fall away naturally. You have been chosen for a mission that your heart already feels but your mind hasn't fully grasped. God will reveal it soon. It will involve helping others rise from pain, just as you did. You will become a vessel of healing, a carrier of divine hope. People will be drawn to your energy and not know why. It is because Michael will shine through you. Tonight, before you sleep, imagine golden light surrounding you. That is Michael's presence. He says, "Breathe deeply, for you are safe now." Your future is no longer uncertain, it is secured by heaven's decree. Rest in the knowing that everything that was meant to harm you has turned into your shield. The days ahead will bring signs, repeated numbers, familiar songs, unexpected messages. These are confirmations that the red alert was real. Heaven will not allow you to miss your destiny. All you have to do is remain open, grateful, and obedient to your intuition. God says, "My promises are not delayed, they are being delivered." Expect divine encounters. Expect calls that change everything. Expect your health, finances, and relationships to align with divine order. The curse has been broken. The waiting is over. And if at any moment doubt creeps in, remember this: Michael fought through storms just to deliver this message. That alone should tell you how precious you are to heaven. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are divinely marked. So smile, beloved. The battle is ending, the dawn is rising, and heaven is applauding your faith. Congratulations, your red alert has arrived, and it is not danger, it is destiny calling your name. God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. The universe is aligning in your favor now. Every angel is watching over you. Heaven has spoken, and its words never fail. God says, "Congratulations, beloved soul, because today is not an ordinary day." Heaven has been watching you with divine intensity, and your name has been spoken in the courts of light. Archangel Michael himself has descended to deliver this red alert, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. This message carries the vibration of destiny, the pulse of protection, and the certainty that you are about to step into a moment that has been written for you since before your birth. God says, "Do not skip this message, for if you ignore what heaven is saying now, your spirit will weep for what you almost received but turned away from." For so long, you have been carrying questions in your heart, questions no one could answer, not even those closest to you. You have been wondering why your path felt delayed, why your blessing seemed hidden, and why every time you came close to peace, something came and shook it away. But God says this: it wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Heaven has been building your faith in silence, shaping your endurance, and protecting you from unseen attacks. The things that left you confused were divine redirections meant to steer you away from traps laid by those who did not want to see you rise. Archangel Michael now stands beside you, his sword shining brighter than fire. He has been sent to guard what is about to be birthed in your life. You may not see him with your eyes, but your spirit already feels his presence. Every chill you feel when you pray, every warmth that surrounds you when you cry to God, that's Michael reminding you, you are not alone. You have been chosen. You are safe. This red alert has arrived because heaven cannot wait any longer for you to receive what belongs to you. The timing has been aligned, and the locks that held back your miracles have finally been broken. But God warns, this window is short. There are moments when heaven's doors open only for a while, and this is one of those sacred openings. The angels are aligning people, opportunities, and even sudden events to push you toward your divine breakthrough. You must not hesitate. God says, if you ignore this message, your heart will ache later because you will realize I sent signs, I sent voices, I sent help, but you turned away thinking it was coincidence. But it was not coincidence that you are reading this right now. The divine has guided you to this very moment. There are millions in the world, yet heaven brought you here because you are meant to hear this exact revelation. Archangel Michael says, do not let fear rule your next move. Do not let doubt steal your blessing. The red alert is not danger, it is divine urgency. Something powerful is being released in your name. The heavens have stamped your destiny with the seal of favor. The spiritual forces that once blocked your progress have been commanded to move. The chains that kept your finances, your peace, and your relationships in bondage are snapping apart as you receive these words. God says, you are about to see what I promised you long ago. You thought it was lost, but I was only waiting for your heart to mature, for your faith to deepen. Now is that time. The storms you went through were not to destroy you, but to train you to carry the weight of what you prayed for. Your spirit had to grow strong enough to hold the blessings that are about to overflow. Michael says, I have fought battles for you in realms you cannot see. Every night you cried and felt alone, I stood over you, defending your soul from those who tried to break you spiritually. The reason you're still standing, the reason you didn't lose your mind, is because heaven refused to let go of you. God's hand is now moving over every area of your life. You are stepping into divine compensation. The losses, betrayals, and delays that hurt you were counted in heaven, and now it's time for restoration. Every tear you cried watered the soil of your upcoming miracle. What you thought was over will be revived. The connections that faded away were replaced by divine alignments being formed for your next season. But God gives you this warning through Michael: do not return to what broke you. Do not reopen doors that God has closed. If you walk backward, your progress will vanish. This is the red alert. It's heaven's way of saying, pay attention to the choices you make now. You are walking on sacred ground. The wrong conversation, the wrong agreement, the wrong emotion could delay what heaven is sending. Yet, God says, fear not. I am with you. I will not let you fall. The presence of the Lord surrounds you right now like fire around gold being refined. You may feel pressure, but that's because something pure is emerging from within you. Heaven is rewriting your story in real time. What used to be your shame is becoming your testimony. What was meant to destroy you will now announce your anointing. Michael is whispering to you, look for the signs. Within the next few days, something unusual will happen, a conversation, a dream, a sudden message, or a divine interruption. It will carry confirmation of this very moment. Do not dismiss it. That will be heaven's signal that your time has begun. God says, the storm is over. The battle has been fought, and the victory has been declared in your favor. Your enemies are being silenced one by one. Those who mocked you will soon witness your divine elevation. The tables are turning so quickly that even you will be amazed by how everything suddenly aligns. The divine delay was never denial. It was the building of momentum for an explosion of blessings. You have been tested long enough. Your prayers have reached the divine throne. Heaven has issued a command, release the blessing for my child who never gave up. And when heaven commands, nothing on earth can stop it. The angels are now in motion, carrying what you've asked for. Your prayers are no longer pending, they're being delivered. Some blessings will appear as new connections, some as unexpected financial favor, some as healing that manifests suddenly, and some as people returning to make things right. You will see the fingerprints of God everywhere. Archangel Michael says, I will not allow you to miss this season. But you must trust what you cannot yet see. You might still feel confusion or anxiety, but that's only the residue of the old energy being cleared from your path. Keep your faith steady, and your vision upward. God says, your future is already written in gold. Nothing that was stolen from you is truly gone, it's been preserved for the right time. And that time is now. The pain you endured will soon make sense. You will see why the rejection was divine protection, why the silence was sacred preparation, and why the heartbreak was heavenly redirection. You were not forgotten, you were being hidden until the world was ready for what you carry. You are God's vessel, chosen not by chance but by purpose. The very things you went through were not accidents, they were assignments. You were meant to walk through darkness so that others could see light through you. Michael says, do not let exhaustion make you quit. You are closer to your breakthrough than you've ever been. The moment you are about to step into will make every tear worth it. Heaven is declaring, congratulations, because your name has been added to the list of those entering divine fulfillment. God says, keep your spirit open. Keep praying. Keep believing. Everything you've been asking for, peace, stability, love, purpose, is being aligned right now. Even the closed doors are part of your divine choreography. Every delay is a design. Every silence is a setup for sudden manifestation. This is why God sent this urgent message. Because if you ignore it, you might turn away from your appointed moment. Heaven has invested so much in preparing this chapter for you that even one act of fear could slow it down. That's why Michael insists you must not skip it. You must not shrug it off. Your obedience to God's nudge in this very moment will decide how quickly your life transforms. You are protected. You are surrounded by light. Every demonic influence that tried to confuse or oppress you has been expelled from your atmosphere. The covering of Archangel Michael is stronger than any attack. Your angels have been dispatched to bring justice, clarity, and restoration. Soon, you will feel an inner peace you haven't felt in years. That will be your sign that the shift has begun. You will sleep differently, speak differently, think differently. Amen. God says, congratulations, my beloved child, because the season you have been waiting for is standing right at your doorstep. Archangel Michael has been standing beside you all this time, holding a scroll marked with red light, a divine red alert that signals the ending of delay, confusion, and spiritual interference. You may not realize it yet, but heaven has already begun moving mountains in your favor. The angels are working behind the scenes, whispering your name in places you never thought it could reach. You are being protected, guided, and uplifted right now. But this message is not ordinary. This is an urgent message meant to awaken your spirit before it's too late. Your angel is not allowing you to skip this moment, because what's coming next will reshape your destiny forever. There are times in life when heaven speaks softly, and there are times when heaven thunders through the Spirit. This is that thunder. You've been through battles, heartbreaks, betrayals, and long nights where you thought God had forgotten you, but He never did. Every tear you cried has been recorded, every moment of your pain has been seen. You were never alone, you were being prepared. The reason Archangel Michael has stepped forward today is because something powerful is unfolding, and he needs you to stand alert. The red alert doesn't mean danger, it means urgency. It means heaven cannot delay your blessings any longer. It means your prayers are now entering divine manifestation. You are safe, my dear one. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are under divine supervision. Even when things seem uncertain, even when the world looks chaotic, remember this: the Lord who created the universe is not asleep. He is awake, and His eyes are fixed on you. The very reason this message reached you is because you are chosen to receive divine direction right now. You may feel tired or uncertain, but heaven is saying, hold on, your reward is moments away. Archangel Michael is releasing divine protection around your name. He has drawn his sword of light to cut every spiritual chain that's been holding your progress. You might not see it, but invisible battles are being fought in your favor. Forces that once tried to block you are losing their power. You've been in a long season of spiritual waiting, but the delay was not denial, it was divine timing. God was aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy around your destiny. Now the signal has turned red, not as a stop, but as a divine alert that something is being unleashed. Heaven says, you cannot skip this message because if you do, you may miss a divine appointment that was written for this exact time. The angels are standing beside you, holding the blueprint of your life, showing you that everything that once fell apart is being rearranged perfectly. Even your heartbreaks were preparation for your breakthrough. Even your tears watered the soil where your miracle will bloom. Nothing has been wasted, not even your pain. God is saying, do not fear. I am in control. I am the reason your heart kept beating through nights of confusion. I am the reason you did not collapse when everything felt impossible. You were being built for something greater. Archangel Michael says, I am guarding the path ahead. Do not look back in regret or fear. Do not doubt the call you have received. You are safe. The time to act in faith is now. Something divine is unfolding in your name. Your angel is carrying messages of restoration and victory into your life. You may not have seen the signs, but they are everywhere: the sudden inner peace after a storm, the unexpected call, the dream that repeats, the feeling that something unseen is watching over you. Those are not coincidences, they are confirmations from heaven. God is calling you to trust Him now more than ever. He says, you do not need to know how I will do it. You only need to believe that I will. Faith is your key, and surrender is your door. When you let go of fear, miracles begin to move swiftly. Archangel Michael is urging you to stay grounded in prayer, because your destiny is about to enter divine acceleration. Things that took years will begin to move in days. Doors that never opened will swing wide effortlessly. This is your divine turnaround moment. God's light is surrounding you like a shield. Every force that tried to harm you will crumble. Every curse spoken against you is reversing back into blessing. You are under divine reversal. Everything meant for your harm will now work for your good. Heaven has declared a spiritual decree over your life. You will rise. You will not fall. You will prosper. You will shine. You are chosen. Archangel Michael stands by your side, whispering, do not be afraid of sudden changes. Do not fear endings, because endings are the signs of new beginnings. You are being guided towards something far beyond your imagination. You might feel like your life is in chaos right now, but divine order is being restored. The confusion is the sign that the enemy is losing control. The struggle you feel is not punishment, it is transformation. Just as a storm clears the air, your current challenges are clearing space for new blessings to enter. God says, I am making all things new. I am wiping away your old pain. I am renewing your strength. I am surrounding you with favor like a shield. Every time you doubted yourself, heaven was still cheering for you. Every time you thought it was over, God was saying, just one more step. You have reached that one more step, the moment where everything begins to align. Your angels are not allowing you to skip this message because what's being revealed here will shape your next chapter. You are being given divine insight and protection for a purpose. There's someone about to cross your path who will play a major role in your destiny. Be sensitive to signs. You might meet them unexpectedly, a message, a dream, a sudden conversation, or even a moment that feels familiar. That's divine confirmation that heaven is weaving connections around you. God says, the season of hidden blessings is over. Now I will make your blessings visible. Those who mocked you will see your elevation. Those who ignored you will watch your rise. I have chosen you not to be ordinary but to be a living testimony of my power. Archangel Michael says, this red alert is your signal to wake up spiritually. You cannot live in fear anymore. You cannot doubt your worth anymore. You cannot hide your light anymore. You are chosen for divine visibility. The world needs your presence. You have a light that breaks darkness. You carry a purpose that was written before your birth. And heaven will not let you skip your destiny. That's why your angel is guarding you even when you feel unworthy. Grace is surrounding you, lifting you, guiding you to walk through open doors that no one can shut. If you've been seeing repeated numbers, dreams, or strange patterns lately, it's not random. Heaven uses signs to communicate. You are being reminded that the time has come to align with divine will. You are stepping into a moment of spiritual renewal. God says, I am not finished with you yet. You thought you lost everything, but I am restoring it in a better form. What you thought was rejection was redirection. What you thought was loss was divine preparation. Your life is about to surprise you. The people who left will see you thriving. The opportunities that passed will return in greater form. The things that broke you will now bless you. You are stepping into the most significant phase of your journey, a season marked by peace, abundance, and divine clarity. Archangel Michael has been fighting unseen battles on your behalf. There were moments you were spiritually attacked, but you didn't even know because he blocked it. There were times your name was spoken in envy, but heaven silenced it. Every arrow sent your way has turned into a flower blooming in your path. God is not asking you to fight alone anymore. He is asking you to trust Him completely. You do not need to control the outcome, you just need to walk in faith. Prayer is your greatest weapon. When you pray, the heavens shift. When you believe, angels move. When you surrender, miracles multiply. Your red alert means something urgent is being unlocked in your destiny. It could be a breakthrough in your career, a long-awaited opportunity, or divine love that's about to find you. But to receive it, your faith must be active. You must speak positivity, pray without fear, and act with courage. Heaven is saying, the time is now. No more delays. No more fear. No more doubt. This is your divine hour. You may not understand how it will happen, but it will. The same God who turned darkness into light will turn your uncertainty into clarity. The same God who parted the sea will part every obstacle before you. You are entering a season of answered prayers. Doors you once knocked on are now opening. Situations that once looked impossible are suddenly shifting. You will look back and realize that what you thought was a breakdown was actually your breakthrough being built. Archangel Michael says, "Be alert, stay in prayer. Trust in divine timing. Do not lose hope, even if it feels silent. Silence is often the loudest sign that God is working. Your blessing is closer than you think. Heaven has written your name on a scroll of abundance, protection, and peace. You will not fail. You will not be forsaken. You will not be forgotten. You are covered in divine favor." And God ends this message by saying, "Rest, my child. Rest knowing that I have already gone before you. I have already prepared your way. I am with you always, in your joy, in your fear, in your silence, in your storm. You are mine, and I will never let you fall." So breathe deeply, trust fully, and believe completely, because your red alert is not a warning of danger, it's a trumpet of divine arrival. Your miracle has been dispatched. Heaven is moving. And you, beloved, are about to witness what happens when God says, "Now." Beloved child of light, the heavens are trembling with excitement as this message reaches you. God says this is not an ordinary moment. It is a divine intersection between your destiny and heaven's urgent plan. Archangel Michael has been standing guard over you, waiting for the precise second your spirit would be ready to receive this transmission. He says, "This is it. The red alert has arrived." But it's not a message of danger, it's a sacred alarm from heaven, signaling that your breakthrough, your deliverance, and your divine justice are unfolding now. You are not reading this by coincidence. You were chosen to see this. Heaven has moved mountains, rearranged timelines, and delayed disasters just to bring you to this exact moment of divine awareness. God whispers, "Do not fear this alert. It is not to harm you. It is to wake you." There has been spiritual interference around your life, confusion, and unseen resistance. You've been sensing it in your heart, those days where your peace suddenly vanished, those nights you couldn't sleep for reasons you couldn't explain. The angels have been watching, restraining forces of darkness that tried to suffocate your purpose. And now Archangel Michael has stepped in with his fiery sword, declaring, "Enough. This soul has suffered long enough. It is time for victory." Heaven says, "Your name was spoken in a recent meeting above. Angels gathered in your honor. They brought forth records of your tears, your prayers, your pain, and your patience. Every moment you stayed kind when others mocked you, every prayer you whispered when your voice trembled, every seed of faith you planted even when nothing seemed to grow, God saw it all. The angels read your name aloud, and a decision was made. The Lord said, "Activate the red alert." That means heaven is now intervening. Expect sudden change. Expect divine rearrangement. Expect doors that were locked for years to swing open overnight. Archangel Michael says this is urgent because something you've been waiting for is being released as you read this. You might not see it yet, but the energy of it is already in motion. You've been tested with delay so that when the blessing comes, it won't destroy you, it will transform you. The enemy thought the delays would break your spirit, but instead, they refined you. You learned patience. You learned discernment. You learned that not everyone who smiles is your friend and not every closed door is rejection. Now you are ready. That's why heaven had to hold this message back until now. God says you have reached the divine threshold. This red alert isn't to scare you, it's heaven saying, "Wake up, it's happening." For too long you've been carrying burdens that aren't yours to bear. You've been replaying past wounds and questioning if you'll ever be truly happy. But today heaven commands, release it. Let go. Because your new chapter is incompatible with your old pain. Archangel Michael stands before you, his armor glowing, his wings spread wide, declaring protection over you. He says, "You are shielded now. No curse, no word, no deception will penetrate you." There are those who tried to block your progress through envy and manipulation. Some even spoke against your name, thinking you would never know. But God knows. God saw every secret conversation, every false accusation, every jealous glance. And God says, "I am vindicating you." The very people who dismissed you will watch in awe as you rise. Not in pride, but in purpose. Heaven doesn't exalt you to shame others, heaven lifts you to demonstrate that faith is stronger than betrayal. The red alert means justice is in motion. God is saying, "Be still, my child. I am fighting for you. You don't have to explain yourself anymore. You don't have to chase anyone to be understood. You don't have to prove your worth to those who were blind to your value. Your worth was sealed before you were born. This alert is heaven's way of announcing, the season of proving is over, and the season of receiving has begun. You will soon witness miracles in areas that once brought you pain. People who once ignored you will seek your presence. Places that once rejected you will call you back. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message. Not because of fear, but because heaven rarely repeats an alert twice. This moment is sacred. Your angels have aligned events in your favor. Even delays, cancellations, and detours that frustrated you were divine choreography. Everything you thought went wrong was actually God rerouting you away from danger. Had you gone where you wanted, something unseen would have harmed you. But the angels intervened. That's why certain things fell apart. They weren't meant to last, they were meant to protect. You may not understand why certain people disappeared or why opportunities crumbled, but heaven says those losses were divine shields. You were being preserved for something bigger, something eternal. God says, you are not behind, you are right on time. This red alert is heaven's countdown to a new beginning. Within days, you will feel a shift. Energy will change. Peace will return. Things that once took effort will start flowing naturally. Your intuition will sharpen, and you will hear God's guidance more clearly than ever before. Archangel Michael says, your time of confusion is ending. The fog is lifting. The lies are being exposed. There were hidden hands manipulating circumstances against you, but their power ends today. God's light is exposing every dark intention. The same people who tried to use you will now have to watch you be favored. Do not retaliate. Do not curse them. Just rise in silence, because your elevation will speak louder than your words ever could. God says, you are safe now. You've been under spiritual observation, not punishment. Heaven wanted to see if you would still love when unloved, still give when empty, still believe when unseen. You passed every test. The red alert means the waiting period is over. Heaven is sending swift manifestations, answers to prayers that once felt ignored. Financial blessings, reconciliations, health restoration, and divine opportunities are aligning like stars. There will be moments soon when you'll feel overwhelming gratitude for things you used to cry about. You'll understand why certain prayers took time. God never denied you, He was preparing you. If He had given it to you sooner, you might have lost it. But now, your hands are ready to hold